Hello Cancer. This is Inspire 2016 with your monthly tarot reading for the month of September 2016. The first card for you is representing your condition at present. Your card is the Two of Pentacles. This card indicates the necessity for balance between opposing desires and interests. Life will always be uncertain, yet if you can produce balance and harmony among all the demands upon you, you will ultimately live happily and in prosperity. Thus, the Two of Pentacles serves as a reminder to remain alert, agile and patient as you attempt to juggle your family, your friends, work, finances, health and new challenges. You need to be very clear on your priorities and where you want to invest your time and energy. There is a tendency to be distracted by day-to-day affairs and general busyness, so prioritizing your activities and carefully managing your time is essential. The Two of Pentacles brings you back down to earth and reminds you to not only focus on your broader life goals but to also make sure your day-to-day affairs are in order. This is a card of good time management and financial management, ensuring that your bills are paid on time, that you keep a record of all your appointments and daily commitments, etc. It may sound tedious having to focus your attention on these more mundane issues, but this card reminds you that sometimes getting on top of your daily affairs is as important as pursuing your broader life goals. Sometimes, the Two of Pentacles can indicate that there are problems and difficulties in the future. There may be obstacles erected which hinder the attainment of what you wish to pursue or obtain in life. The situation may cause undue worry, and again, you will be required to juggle your priorities and manage your time effectively to stay on top of the situation. Similarly, the Two of Pentacles predicts change. You need to be able to cope with change, remaining flexible and adaptable in your approach. Rather than putting all your eggs in one basket, you may be better to keep two or more things going at once so you have the luxury of choice, should one option fall through. You must stay centered while you stay flexible and keep informed. Look for new possibilities, be open to change and go with the flow as best you can. The second card for you is representing the immediate challenge or problem that you'll be facing. Your card is the Sun. You will have many good opportunities in your life. If you ever had any problem in the past, something good will be happening to you. For work, you will have a good opportunity to progress in your career, or have salary increase, or get promoted. For finance, you will gain higher liquidity, and if you have any financial problem, it will be resolved positively. For love, you will have a chance to find new love. If you have any dispute with your lover, you will have a chance to come to an understanding and become fresh again. The Sun also indicates that finding the positive aspects to a particular situation may prove to be difficult. The clouds may be blocking out the warmth, and preventing you from feeling as though everything is on track. You may have experienced setbacks that have damaged your enthusiasm and optimism and have perhaps led you to question whether you can really achieve what you have set out to achieve. You may be feeling depressed, sad or left out. You may be reluctant to proceed and you are no longer enjoying what you are doing. Your direction and path ahead may have become clouded or distorted in some way. Nonetheless, the Sun is never a negative card, so this is only temporary. The obstacles you see can be easily removed if you put your mind to it. It may just take a little more effort than usual. On the other hand, you may be being too positive. That is, your perception of a particular situation is overly optimistic and unrealistic. You do not have a good sense of yourself and what you are and are not capable of. You may have become egotistical and out of touch with whom you really are. You may not be being truthful to yourself and to others, instead trying to talk yourself up when you know you cannot deliver. If this feels like you, then ask others for feedback and to give you a reality check. Are you being unrealistic? Is what you have set out to achieve actually achievable? Are you really as good as you think you are? The third card for you is representing your goal, aspiration or best outcome with regards to your situation. Your card is the Six of Wands. You may think of planning your future in a long term. You will be successful as a result of your long-term hard working and tiredness. For work, you are suitable for working in a government sector or state enterprise. However, your boss may not recognize your capability or support you. If you have your own business, you should keep waiting as there will be no outstanding success at this time. You need to exercise your best effort and work harder to achieve success. This card indicates that you have harnessed your strengths and talents in order to bring about a successful outcome in your endeavors. You have managed to get through the confusion of the Five of Wands, minimizing your distractions, focusing on the task at hand. You have overcome the challenges along the way, and now you are focusing your energies on the one goal that will lead to your success. This is your time to shine and to come out on top. The Six of Wands is such positive encouragement to believe in who you are and your accomplishments so far. Have faith in what you have personally achieved and how this will be received by others. Do not let fear or guilt stand in the way of your success. You ought to feel proud of what you have achieved and not afraid to hold your head up high and feel worthy of others' attention. The Six of Wands focused on creating success and building your personal brand and reputation. You want to be successful at what you do, but at the same time, you want to ensure that others know about it and give you the recognition you deserve. You may need to promote yourself more frequently by sharing your success stories with others and encouraging them to follow a similar journey. If you do not already, you will soon have some great success stories to share within your personal networks. You may even be interested in applying for awards or scholarships in order to build your brand and receive public recognition. The downside to the Six of Wands is that it can also bring self-importance, arrogance and egotistical behaviors. With victory you may come to think that nobody can be better than you and you end up with an inflated ego and a big head. If you take on this attitude, someone is likely to want to take you down and criticize you, bringing disappointment and potential disrepute later on. If empowered by the energy of the Six of Wands, keep in mind how you would feel if someone made you feel inferior or put you down. Rein in your ego and make your victory all the sweeter. The fourth card for you is representing issues from the past that have led to your current situation. Your card is the Four of Cups. You may feel frustrated and annoyed with the current situation as things did not turn out the way you expected. Be careful of your emotional swings. Overall, there is not any progress either on work or love. For finance, there is no difficulty, but you may not be able to make money as much as you expect. For love, if you are single, you will have to keep waiting due to your high expectation or restriction. Thus, no matter how many choices you have, you still feel dissatisfied. This card also signifies disappointment in someone or in a situation. You may be growing tired of the same old struggle that has been carried on too long in the past. As a result, you have started to withdraw and go within yourself to seek greater peace and tranquility. If you are becoming particularly pouty or sulky about your predicament, the Four of Cups is then a call to action. It is time to wake up, be alert and to be open to new experiences that offer a more positive outcome. The Four of Cups can sometimes point to defensiveness. This can be noticed in the body language displayed in the crossed arms and legs of the man on the card. He chooses to ignore the possibility of what the cup has to offer. Possibly he has been hurt emotionally before, as this is the Suit of Cups, and he is fearful to expose himself to that again. Hence he is closing himself off to this opportunity. Consider what opportunities you are ignoring or declining, and ask yourself whether this is because you truly believe you would not benefit from it, or whether this is because you are fearful of what may follow. Be mindful of any defensiveness in your responses and reactions. At its worst, the Four of Cups is a stubborn, ungrateful and self-absorbed card. Whether you are off in your own little world, depressed, selfish, afraid to reach out, or are nursing wounds from a bad relationship, the isolation in your world is self-imposed. You may be only concerned with your own troubles and problems, neglecting the needs of others. Be mindful that your detachment from being part of the world is becoming an issue. Remember, there is always an opportunity for you to reconnect with the world around you. Look at that cup being offered to you. Often, the Four of Cups indicates that an offer has been presented to you, but you are holding off making any sort of decision or evaluation of that opportunity until you have had more time for reflection and consideration. Notice that while the man in this card has not accepted the offer being presented to him, he has not completely rejected it either. The cup will continue to be there, and the decision to accept or reject it can be made at any point. For now, though, it is the time for contemplation, research and meditation. When all of the answers are in, and it feels right emotionally, then you can take action, but in the short term, you do not need to make an immediate choice. The fifth card for you is representing your subconscious realm, the underlying feelings and trends associated with your current situation. Your card is the Seven of Pentacles. You may have been determined and tried hard in the past, which will certainly provide good result to you in the future. You maybe begin to see the light of success, which makes you a bit happy. Anyway, you have to keep trying until you reach your goal. For work, you will gain more experiences, but it is not the time to grow rapidly. If you are salaryman, it is not the time for you to expand your business, as you do not have much remaining budget to do so. If you have subordinates, they may not be active at this time. This card also shows that you have a strong desire to invest in those things that will provide long-term benefit. You understand the value of putting in time and energy now for longer-term rewards, and you are not necessarily looking for quick wins as such. You also want to make sure that you are focusing your attention on the right areas that will give you the biggest bang for your buck, instead of wasting time on areas that will not deliver any value. You have a long-term view, and you are focused on sustainability of results. Similarly, if you are planning for the future, the Seven of Pentacles shows that you are taking a long-term view, and you are assessing where you can best invest your time and energy for the maximum output. You do not want to keep putting your heart and soul into something if you are not getting the rewards for it, and no doubt, you have started to see that there are some areas in your life that are just become energy sappers, but without the reward. The Seven of Pentacles indicates that if you have been working extra hard or putting in extra effort into something, it will finally pay off. Your effort will definitely be worth it, and you will see the results and rewards for your labor. You may have been working on something quite challenging and important for the last few months, and this is likely to come to a culmination. You are likely to see financial or other tangible rewards for all of your hard work. Sometimes, however, the Seven of Pentacles can denote frustration. You have been laboring away at something important, and you may be starting to feel concerned that you will never be rewarded for your efforts. Be patient and appreciate the progress you have made so far. If your hard work has not yet paid off as planned, remember that your expectations may be unreasonable. There are no guarantees. Be grateful, Focus on the present and do what you can with what you have. The Seven of Pentacles may represent fear of failure, delays and frustration. However, the positive side to it is that you are more likely to be learning from these setbacks and evaluating how you can better invest your time to create the most value. In order to avoid feelings of frustration, ensure that you review your progress to date at regular intervals, particularly when engaged in long-term or enduring work, so that you can review what is working well and what is not and where you can make adjustments. Make sure that you are on course and that you are on track to achieve your goals. The sixth card for you is representing your immediate future. Your card is the Eight of Cups. Do not be fussy or sarcastic or complaining about your lover too much, as it only makes you get bored of each other. You may want to get away from confusing society for a while. Or you may have a plan to travel to upcountry, find a peaceful place to relax or change atmosphere for a couple life. Overall, this card indicates that it is time to ask yourself what you can do to bring a deeper satisfaction and joy to your life beyond the obvious pursuit of material satisfaction and/or physical enjoyment. You are seeking deeper meaning to life and focusing in on your personal truth. You want to escape from the rat race and pursue deeper, more spiritual goals at this time. You are willing to let go of your material possessions in favor of something more meaningful. Thus, the Eight of Cups is often reflective of the start of a journey of discovery, particularly on a spiritual level. The Eight of Cups also indicates that you are disappointed enough to walk away from everything you have built up so far. It could indicate a disappointment in love or dissatisfaction with material success. It could also indicate that you have overextended yourself to the point of emotional exhaustion. Even though you have already come so far, you feel that you can no longer go on and your only choice is to walk away from the situation. You feel disappointed with yourself, but you know that this is the right thing to do before you completely burn out. You may also be feeling that you are giving too much and not getting nearly enough in exchange. The seventh card for you is representing the advice for you or what approach can be taken to address your current challenges. Your card is the Nine of Wands. You may find no way out of the problems. You may feel frustrated and tired of the situation. Though you would like to get out of this situation, but you do not dare to take risk on any change, and this causes you stress. Besides, the problems are so boring and difficult to solve. If there are problems at work, you will feel so discouraged that you would like to resign. For love, your suspicion and distrust in your love may cause a dispute. You should control your emotion and use reason during this time. Do not be too hot-tempered. Overall, this card suggests that you are so close to completing a particular project or task, but at the last minute, you are faced with yet another challenge or setback. Know that you have the inner resources necessary to overcome any difficulty you encounter, even though it may seem impossible at the time. You are so close to finally achieving success. Do not give up now. The Nine of Wands is a sign of hope and encouragement that if you stand firm and strong against your challenges, you will achieve your goal. The challenges before you now are only the last bit of darkness before the break of a wonderful dawn. The Nine of Wands is like the one last test or challenge before you can reach ultimate success. You feel as if you have come to the end of your fighting powers, but you have the skill and determination in reserve. You are in a position of strength, and by drawing upon all of your courage and abilities, you will prevail. Once the last obstacle is overcome, you are home free. The Nine of Wands encourages you to be resilient. You will continue to be opposed by hidden enemies, and your interests will be questioned. Even in the face of such adversity, when you are feeling battled and bruised, you need to be patient and vigilant. Be assured that you will eventually prosper if you maintain your position. And remember, if you do not succeed at first, then try again. You may have experienced setbacks that now leave you feeling distrustful of others or even yourself. The turning point will come when you are able to leave the past behind you and to cultivate a more open mind about the future. While you have experienced losses in the past, it does not mean that you have to experience further losses in the future. Turn a new leaf and push on. Sometimes, the Nine of Wands encourages a risk-averse approach. You need to expect the worst and therefore take extra precautions to avoid any negative consequences to your plans. You need to be on guard and wary of any potential obstacles or opponents who may stand in your way. The 8th card for you is representing the external influences that can be the people, energies or events which will affect the outcome of your situation and are beyond your control. Your card is the Ace of Wands. People around you will recognize your energy to create new things and move ahead for success. If you are unemployed, you will receive an opportunity from people around you. Ask your friends or others in the same career as they may provide a greater help than you expected. If you are a freelancer, you may get a job from people around you or they may feel impressed with your work, which will make you gain more opportunities. Overall, this card is a sign to just go for it. This highly action-oriented card sees you feeling incredibly inspired and enthusiastic about pursuing a new idea or project that you have in mind. You are all revved up and raring to go. Use your creative energy and passion to take the first steps and get this project underway. Even if you like to have everything planned out before you begin down a certain path, the Ace of Wands is encouraging you to listen to your instincts and follow your gut. If it feels like a good idea, it probably is. So, start with a few basic actions to get things underway, and then continue to grow and develop your ideas through more complex actions later on. The important thing is that you act now, rather than spending more time planning or researching. The Ace of Wands is also indicative of a time in your life where you have a breakthrough moment and feel very inspired and motivated about a particular idea or passion. Your eyes have been opened to a whole new world and you are now very excited about the possibilities and the opportunities that are available to you. You are showing huge potential at this time and are driven by a strong, creative force. It is as if there is a latent talent within that is just bursting to get out and be fully utilized. This is also a perfect time to draw upon your imagination and to make your dreams reality. Something to keep in mind with the Ace of Wands, and any ace for that matter, is that it is but a seed that is yet to grow into something more solid or sustainable. You are being offered an opportunity here that shows great promise, but it will be up to you to make the most of it and to maximize the potential for the longer term. It is almost like the spark that is needed to fuel a huge fire, but you must work hard to build the fire up, as the spark itself is not enough to make such a large fire. The energy of the Ace of Wands can also signify restlessness or uncertainty as to how to proceed. You may have energy and passion but not yet have a clear outlet for its expression. All of these wonderful ideas are beginning to build up from within and you are just bursting with energy, but now you must find a way to effectively express this energy in a way that will set you up in the longer term. The 9th card for you is representing your hopes, wishes, dreams and fears. Your card is the 3 of Swords. This card represents rejection, sadness, loneliness, heartbreak, betrayal, separation and grief. Such events feel so painful because they are unexpected. However, the 3 of Swords often serves as a warning sign to show when one or more of these are possible. By preparing for this difficult event, the emotional blow can be minimized or even prevented entirely. That said, pain, sorrow and grief are often a necessity in the journey of life. Without pain, there would be no challenge and no lessons learned. Pain can be a great motivator because it encourages you to surmount obstacles and ultimately learn from your mistakes. Each challenge you encounter creates that initial pain, which is inevitably turned into an opportunity to grow stronger and to change the direction of your life as a result of the lessons learned. While the pain may cloud your vision for a certain period, it will eventually allow you to see clearly and to put the past behind you. Though life seems meaningless at the time, recovery can and will occur. It takes faith, self-love, forgiveness and time. Count your blessings. The Three of Swords therefore serves as a reminder that if you can start to see pain as a learning opportunity, life will suddenly become less painful. You need to really get in touch with pain and sorrow. Challenges remain, but once they are no longer perceived as negative or bad, they lose a lot of their impact. This card is therefore encouraging you that you have the ability to conquer any pain that comes your way. Understand how the pain can help you grow. If someone has betrayed you and you do not think you can never love again, challenge that belief. Do not be surprised when your heart emerges from darkness, capable of loving even more than before. Similarly, the Three of Swords speaks of loss and difficulty, of sacrifice and broken relationships. It follows the difficult decision required in the Two of Swords, where you may be avoiding the necessity of making a tough choice. In the Three of Swords, the choice has been made, and you are now experiencing the consequences of our action. Often the choices make involve choosing one good over another, or one evil over another, and thus when you have finally made your decision, you are still left with the pain of losing the option you have not chosen. Often, however, the pain of losing something you once valued, such as a comfortable relationship in which you are no longer growing, is necessary in order to prepare you for a more fulfilling experience in the future. The Three of Swords is also about release. When you have suffered a major setback, or loss, it is a good time to have a good cry, which is all part of the cleansing process. Expressing your sadness and letting it all out will then help you to move on to better times. However, it is also important that you continue to focus on the future path ahead. There can be a risk that you may become overly absorbed in the loss and the surrounding emotions that you lose sight of the need to just let go and move on. The loss becomes your focus rather than the recovery. It is time to accept the loss and then move forward with your life. The last card for you is representing the outcome. Your card is the Hermit. Overall, you will isolate yourself from society for a while. You will feel that situations around you are so confusing that you need time to be alone and review all things. For work, you are suitable for working alone, like academic work, or being a teacher. If you have your own business, there will not be many customers at this time, but it will be only for a short period of time. For finance, you will think of planning your financial future. Overall, this card suggests that you are in a phase of introspection where you are drawing your attention and focus inward and looking for answers within. You have a strong need to understand, not just at the surface level but to really know why life is the way it is. The Hermit reflects that your consciousness has moved inward and you now realize that the truth and understanding you seek is within yourself and not in the distractions of the outside world. This is a perfect time to take a step back from your day-to-day life and deeply contemplate your motivations, personal principles and values. The Hermit reflects that you are engaging in a period of soul-searching. You want to seek the truth at all costs. You desire a new direction in life and, as a result, have recently begun a journey of self-discovery and contemplation. There comes a point in life when we begin to question the status quo, knowing that there is a deeper meaning to life, and thus, we begin to search for it. This search is mainly a solitary quest because the answers do not lie in the external world but within us. Thus, the hermit indicates a time when you seek solitude and isolation from others. You need to be alone and you want to withdraw from the world around you. This is so that you can retreat further into your own private world and experience a deep sense of seclusion. Through meditation, contemplation and self-examination, you may begin to re-evaluate your personal goals and change your overall direction. You will look at your life with a deeper, more spiritual understanding and will begin to change some of your priorities as a result. There is a certain level of spiritual attainment that is associated with the hermit. You may need to develop the true power of a spiritual master through deep introspection. Be content with being alone or associate only with those on your level. Do not waste time and energy on those not ready or not worthy. The hermit has learned to help others with love and compassionate detachment. This card indicates that you have gone beyond the point of being critical and you can now understand and appreciate that the varied paths people choose for themselves all lead to the same higher purpose. You have reached a high enough level of spiritual attainment yourself that you no longer need to convince others of what they should do. You can honor silence and allow your inner light to shine out towards others as a means of communication. Meditating on the Hermit card teaches you to honor the wisdom within yourself. You must find your own light, shine it on your soul and create your own special path. Through meditation and visualization, the Hermit allows you to get in touch with the wise person inherent within you. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Six of Spring. Congratulations on a job well done. This isn't a time to be shy or humble. Even if you don't normally seek attention, it's healthy to bask in the glow of your accomplishments. Allow people to see the wonderful things that you've created. Be visible and vocal about your beliefs. Let your unique talents and passions be known. You're a role model, showing others what is possible. Wonderful news is on its way to you. It may be a promotion, a new career opportunity, or even an award. Positive recognition for your hard work is at hand. The card features a person of great accomplishments. Unicorns represent purity of thought, while the red rose petals show passion and commitment. No wonder she's such a success. Additional meanings of this card: success, receiving awards or scholarships, being in the public eye, an offer of help from someone very successful. Smart choices.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.